full. Waist is still sitting nice, actually a little bit smaller, and that's it. So, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Okay, so I am going to be doing something a little different. I've done a combination of these two things. So I'm doing kind of like a day in the life, but like a full day of eating. And I have my suit here. So I'm not going to really show myself eating like I've done in one of my food try-on hauls. And then the full day is just like kind of like, today is Tuesday, okay? So I got up at 3:05 this morning. I did emails. Tuesday is the one and only day that I don't do cardio because it's my stupid heavy training day with Andy on the new fit, so I don't want to pre-exhaust. I do cardio every other day, 25 minutes. I have my treadmill. All the description is in the link below. You save so much money. I either do my treadmill or my spin bike. I haven't done the stairs in a very long time, but I also have a stair mill. So I do 25 minutes every other morning, okay, on my rest days, which are Wednesday and Saturday now because I changed my split, and all my other leg days except for Tuesday. So Tuesday is also a day that I normally have my kids. I pick them up from school, and then I take Ko to wrestling sometimes, or if he doesn't, but whatever. I have my kids on Tuesday. But I don't have them today because it's spring break, and my ex-husband is taking them away on vacation. So I saw them yesterday. We played video games. It was a lot of fun in between the middle of the day. I filmed a YouTube video yesterday, and then picked them up, hung out with them in the middle of the day, dropped them back off, and then I went into the studio and I trained in person and on the computer clients. But today I'm going to show you a little bit. I decided to make some appointments. I'm not going to really show you my lash appointment, but I made a lash appointment. And then I'm going to see Miguel over at the Torture Room, which if you're in Vegas, you must see him because he's amazing. I was seeing him once a week, every week, up until just recently. But from my show, and I saw him before my show last year in November, so a year before that. So we're talking over a year. That's how long I've been seeing him. Incredible. I'm going to film a little bit from my workout with Kelly and Andy, just maybe like one set, not the full workout. I talk about progressive overload. I do this with my clients. We do this. I have everything I'm tracking, okay? I actually have some Tupperwares laid out right here because it is 7 o'clock. I'm going to eat my first meal. Then I'm going to put on my suit and show you guys what I look like after my first meal. My calories are slowly going up, so I'm just about back at 5,000 for my high days. Now, the reason why, and I've said this in all the videos, the reason why I do these videos is because I want to show you about, listen, I coach people with medical conditions. I do not coach people for shows. I don't care how many shows I've done. I don't care that I'm an IFBB pro. I do not want to train competitors or coach competitors. I don't want to put my name on people with shows. If I have room for 50 clients, I want 50 miserable people that want to change their life. Or just people that just, want recomp or want to gain weight. But somebody that wants to compete, I'm going to put them somewhere else because I don't specialize in that. Not my thing. I also don't want to work with somebody for 12 weeks. I want to work with somebody for 6 months, year, more than that. I have 7 clients that have been with me for 14 years. I have 5 clients that have been with me for 8 years. So, if you're somebody that's very emotionally connected to food, you have any medical conditions, I have Crohn's and colitis, you have any physical things, I've had clients that have fused spines, I myself have a herniated disc, I was told by 3 doctors that I needed a double knee replacement. You might have heard that in the last Hot Topics video. So, yeah. So I help all different types of people, okay? My clients range from 16 to 84. My average client is between 30 and 65, and I work with a lot of women that are going through menopause, and I always use this example. I have one client that has been with me for 14 years, and when she first joined, she was mid-menopause, and in 9 months, she lost 104 pounds. So I teach people about balance. I teach people about, like, a lot of my clients make comments like, I can't believe that I'm eating this many calories and I'm losing weight. And it's because, you know, you need to be in a deficit, but you don't need to be in such an extreme. There are a lot of coaches out there that just give way too little calories. So whatever, I'm here to tell you that the reason why I do this is to show that if you handle your nutrition properly, I teach about coping skills and why you may be turning to food and stuff. Like, that's what I do for 2+ hours on the weekdays, and then for 3 to 4 hours on Saturdays and Sundays. It's like teaching people, holding you accountable, and then teaching you how to break that emotional connection to food. But I also want to get you to a point where your metabolism is so fast, and even on the way to the weight loss, where you can get refeeds and they don't have an impact on you. I don't have clients that are weight loss clients that get refeeds every week. I have maintenance clients that get refeeds every week. But, you know, I have a woman I've told her a million times, 116, 117 pounds on Saturday, gets a refeed every Saturday with her husband. She'll do like a burger and fries, sushi, a pasta dish, a steak dish, a dessert, couple glasses of wine, and boom, she's down the day after, because I have everybody get on the scale after their refeeds. So I'm just showing you, you know, how I am able to eat the kind of calories that I do. I train hard, I stay on track. And, you know, I did a little, and I'm going to end with this, and then we're just going to get to the work. I did a little reel on my Instagram, and I said, aren't you curious? So aren't you more curious about what you're physically, emotionally, and mentally capable of than you are curious as to what that dessert tastes like? For me, I don't care. Food is gas, okay? So I want you to think about that. Aren't you more curious of what you're potentially capable of? Are you depressed? Are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? It all starts in here. So clients join because they want to get into a bathing suit, or they want to lose weight or whatnot, but ultimately their insides, sleep, stress, creativity, mindset, confidence, all that stuff dramatically improves. And then the bonus is that they look good naked. So, all right, let me get to this. My first meal is ground turkey and my rice and grinds from Pride Foods. That's it. I'm going to eat that right now, and then I will show you what I look like after meal one. Okay, so first off, I realized I totally lied. My first meal is steak and cream of rice, or the rice and grinds. So I got my water and my rice and grinds. I got my glycolog because I have not had a carb in 8 years without my glycolog. Not one carb. That is my steak heating up. So as soon as I'm done, I'm going to bring the steak out here, and then I'm going to put that in by the time I'm done eating the steak, and then I will put the bathing suit on. So hold on, it's just about done. Okay, so I got my steak that I made in the crock pot, which is fantastic. So I'm going to take my 3 glycolog, and I'm going to get to eating, and then we're going to move the camera over there, and I will show you what I look like in the bathing suit. Okay, so I also want to say something else. I always tell people that just because you possibly maybe follow what I'm eating, even though I'm not really telling you serving sizes or anything, doesn't mean that you're going to look like me. I've been working out since I was 16. I've been working out as an educated certified coach for 23 years. I've been bulking for 8. Like, I've basically been following a meal plan since I was 21 years old, and I'm going to be 47. I was sick from 19 to 21. I'm sorry, from 23. Then from 21 to 23, I was on medicine and trying to clean up my food, and then that's when I got certified and then got into being a personal trainer. So I always tell my clients, like, listen, give me like your ideal look, and then let's help you become the best version of you, or the closest version, like not to what somebody else looks like. You can say, oh, I love your legs, or I love your glutes, or I love your shoulders, or whatever it is, and strive to have your version of that. But what I'm just trying to get people to see is that they can be so much better. They can get to their goal physique if they just are disciplined and patient and committed. I am now after meal 1, which is, like I said, the cream of rice, basically the rice and grinds. And I'm going to show also about how with my medical condition, so this is another thing, and I really want to work with people that have medical conditions. I've helped people get off diabetes medication, pre-diabetics not be diabetic anymore, thyroid medication within 2 weeks off of it. A1C numbers are better, so whatever. So I really want to be able to work with people that have medical conditions so I can help you figure out what's going on. Meaning, and the reason why I'm standing here in this bathing suit and showing you is that, you know, most meals used to bloat me with my inflammation. So like Crohn's disease is in the ileum and colitis is in the small intestines and the ileum, that's where mine is, and then colitis is in the large intestines. So, you know, certain foods, even water would trigger, and I would either be bloated up here or I would be bloated down here. So, you know, throughout the years, I've, you know, changed different foods up, and yes, I have a coach. I always talk about how I think coaches should have coaches. So, you know, it's important. I just hired this guy to take over my food. I hired somebody 8 years ago. That was a hot mess. Then somebody else I worked with for 4 years. Then I was basically solo for a few years. And then about 2 years ago, I decided to have, because I'm writing out a million plans, working with a million different people. I don't want to think about my own, just like you. Plus, I feel like sometimes when you do your own thing, like you tend to like overthink things. So I don't want it. And if you trust your coach, you'll do what they say. You won't do all this research or X other people that have other coaches and whatnot. Like if you coach with me, you just trust me, you trust my process. I have 4 clients that are personal trainers also. And I'm like, I don't treat them like they're personal trainers. I tell them like, I'm gonna treat you like you're a regular person. I'm not gonna assume that you know anything. Because again, I like to educate. So whatever, let's just get to work because I don't know how many minutes we're in on this video. But I don't know what I weigh this morning. Yesterday morning I was 167. I had a refeed the day before. Very happy the scale is going back up. I feel nice and full. Waist is still sitting nice, actually a little bit smaller. And that's it. Bathroom is consistent, which is very important. So, and I will be wearing this throughout the day. So, that's it. Let's get to meal number 2 is going to also be rice cakes, cream of rice, and then ground turkey, not steak. But I will be eating that during training clients on the computer because I train clients from 8:30 to 10, and then I leave and I head over to Fit Club. And I eat my pre-workout meal at around 9:30 for us to start at 11 o'clock. So you won't see that meal, and you'll just, I think we'll go right to some clips with Andy and Kelly. So. Yeah. Oh, don't worry. All right. So here's the deal. We've already started. Well, I know. Sorry. The microphone's right here. Okay. So, zip it. Pay attention to your girl. She's about to go.
I thought I was in the video.
Yeah, but you could just be working.
Well, then fine. I'll fuck off.
Okay. So, all right. So here's what we're doing today. I'm not filming the whole entire workout. I already explained that in the beginning of the workout, but in the beginning of the video. But I did want to film our top set, which I am not going to film this because this is our first set. And then that's it. Then we're going to get to the rest of the day. But Andy's training me and Kelly, one of, if not my favorite day of the week. And we're about to do Bulgarians. We're going to beat last week's numbers, which last week's numbers were 55 for 23 reps. And now we're going to go for a 60 this week. And that's it. Andy, don't be a dick. Say hi.
What's up, guys and girls?
Okay, that's it. All right. Kelly's at 160. She just did 50 for 24. 160. 160. Yeah, minus the 100. All right, look at him. Look at how supportive he is. Come on, Kelly!
160 minus the...
Minus the 1.
Minus the 1, yeah. I like shrimp cocktail minus the tail. 3.
Stupid ass.
4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12.
Come on, Kelly.
13. 14. This is a really good set. 15.
Oh, shit.
16, 17, 18, 9, one more. 16. Oh.
All right, we're going to pause so she can breathe. Fucking sweet.
Redo. Let's
What?
say what you really wanted to say.
What
You'll
did I
take a
want
what?
to say? What?
You'll take a cocktail minus
Well,
the tail?
when I'm at a bar and I ask for a cocktail minus the tail, yeah. That's
There
my
you go.
classic pickup line. When Kelly's not around. Here we go. All right.
Come on!
Let me scoop this around you. Sorry. All right. Here we go.
Speaking
One.
of tail.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, great. 10, halfway. 11, 12, 13, 14,
Come on, Kel.
15, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Come on.
One more. Full extension all the way down, all the way up.
Pretty sure that was 21.
Good.
Oh, got a little ass slap, and I think he hurt his hand. Oh shit, I need something to hold on to. Just a little bit, right there, right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gonna be Kel. 1.
Sorry, Kel. I'll probably get it done 25.
Yeah, but you're really pushing off that cart.
No, I'm not.
I mean, yeah, your nail is about to break for pushing off the cart so much. It's okay. Fine. We'll call it a clean 60.
All right, then I'm gonna barely touch it.
All you, bro. All right, here we go. Really push that. Just make sure that's that quick. Hi, Rara. Hey. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll slap it. 8. I'll slap it. 9, 10, 11. Good job. 12, 13, 14, 15. This side's even harder. 16, 17. More gas than more 15. 18, 19. 20, one more on your own, on your own. Okay. Good job, that was fair. That was a good set.
Okay.
All right, let's go to the pendulum.
Okay, so I don't have enough time to put on my suit, even though I did bring it. It is almost 1 o'clock, so I have my meal with me. And then if you guys remember from this morning, so I have my rice and ground turkey and my apple and my knife, so don't fuck with me. Because I don't have the skin, so a little fun fact for you, the skin is really hard to digest, so if I peel the skin off, I don't get a stomachache. I just recently added in fruit. But I will take a video when I get home, because as you know from earlier, I have an eyelash appointment. So I'm going to heat up the meal and then leave, go get my eyelashes. When I get home, I'll put on my suit. Then I'm gonna eat again at 4 before I go to Miguel, and then so on and so forth. But legs are super pumped. Kelly is behind the camera with super pumped legs. She's like a deer right now. Oh God, you have to see those legs. Hold on, give me the camera. Wait, just stand there. Show, show, show. Yes! So, all right, so keep an eye out. And I do actually have a phone interview, and then I'm communicating with somebody on Instagram. So I'm just like showing you about a day in the life. So now I have to make time to do a phone interview for somebody that's interested in coaching. But let's just get my food heated up and get to my next appointment.
Okay. Whew. All right, I'm exhausted. First off, the workout, my legs have gone down, but my legs were so pumped after the workout. So we started out with leg extensions, and I track mine and Kelly's workout. So it's all about beating last week's numbers in some way, shape, or form. Sometimes we go heavier, sometimes we do the same weight. We did the same weight on leg extensions, but we got more reps this week. We went heavier on pendulums, no, not on Bulgarians that you saw, and we got more, we went heavier and same reps, actually no, more reps, sorry. And then we did the Cybex hack squat, and we did the same weight and got more reps. So, and that was it. Then I ate really quickly, got my lashes done. I don't know if you can see how much fuller they are, and I fell asleep during it, and now I am going to, I actually already put meals together this morning. So you could just watch, how about this? Go and watch the last YouTube video that I did on meal prep with Flex Pro. Get huge hookup. I'm telling you, the food is amazing. I've already had 3 clients order from them, and that's it. So I am going to do a little quick little 360. I am very full. I have 2 more meals, one at 4 o'clock that I'm going to eat in about an hour because it's 3 o'clock right now. Then I'm going to go see Miguel, and we'll talk about, we're not going to film the whole session, just a few little clips. We'll talk about what's aggravating me right now. A million reminders. This is, I don't have a good memory. I just don't, I don't forget things because I have a million reminders that go off. Then I'm going to see Miguel at 5 o'clock, come home, eat my last meal at 7, and then show you guys. I pride myself on my commitment to myself and to my clients. I try to be the kind of coach that practices what I preach. The only thing is I'm not very good at stretching, but I'm not working on it at all. I'm just gonna be honest, and that's it. So, you know, I stay disciplined because my motivation is being curious as to what I'm capable of. I also don't want to be sick because of my Crohn's disease, and I want to see what I can do in the gym, and I also want to be the product. I want to look the part. I want to be, you know, I'm 46 years old, about to be 47 years old. I want to look like, you know, I want to look different than what most of my clients want to look. These are my personal goals, but you know, I want to show that if you're disciplined, you can have all these different issues that I've had medically and my past, and you can still be the best version of yourself. And I don't mean just physically. Like, you know, I own my own business. I run this YouTube channel. I have somebody that helps me. I edit some of my videos, and then I have somebody that edits other ones. You know, I wouldn't call myself a single mom because I definitely have help. My ex-husband is amazing, and we have a really great dynamic. I don't know any divorced couples that have the dynamic that we have. You know, I still have time for myself when it comes to balance. I have you know, 50 plus clients. I have 40 people in the challenge that's about to end soon. By the time this video comes out, it'll be over. You know, and I juggle a lot of different things, but I don't stress. I don't allow drama in my life. I don't allow negativity. You know, I'm giving you a whole lot today. So this is why I do these videos, because I want to give you a little taste of everything, the way that I think and all that other stuff. So, oh, and on the way home from here, I set up the call with the Instagram person for tomorrow, and I did a call, and I now have a new online client. It's a guy. I do weekly check-ins with Zoom, daily check-ins, and daily check-ins with Zoom, and he has a pretty aggressive weight loss goal. His schedule's a little crazy, so he's doing the daily check-ins, but he's going to train on his own, so I'm going to write out his training protocol. So that's it. I processed his payment and sent him the questionnaire already, and then I have my whole process as to, you know, when he starts, when I work on his plan, but whatever. All the information is in the description, and I will see you in a couple minutes. It is 3:50. I am going to eat my next meal at 4 o'clock. I am, of course, going to have it with my Glycolog, and I decided that I had some time, so I took out earlier, which they're defrosted now, I took out steak and sweet potatoes. I have 4 things of sweet potatoes here, 1 thing of steak, because I still already have a little bit left over from when I did in the crock pot. This is a little bit leftover ground turkey, and I'm cooking ground turkey right now, so I'm gonna finish up the meals. So like right here, can you see? Yeah. Right there is what I started this morning, but I ran out of ground turkey. So this is tomorrow, and then I have Tupperwares over here, and I'm gonna tomorrow's Wednesday, my off day. I'm gonna get Thursday ready. And then tomorrow I will get Friday and Saturday ready. I don't really have much that I'm doing, but getting my nails done and meeting my girlfriend Danielle on Saturday. I usually try not to really do much. Just become one with my bed after I'm done doing 5 hours of emails in the morning. But, so don't forget about all the different perks you get from following me. You know, I've been bulking for 8 years, and I've gone from 135 when I started bulking to now 167 the other day, and my waist has gotten ½ an inch smaller. And when I was prepping, I went down 2.5 inches. So wearing the waist trainer. And then you have like Blackstone Labs, they're in the description, obviously. And then the Flex Pro. I'm like, you have no idea how excited I am about this because the prices are insane. Plus you get a discount and the food is perfect. I don't do the meals. I don't have my clients do the meals because then there's a lot of extra stuff. But the chicken my son loved, and I told you, maybe I told you, he's very picky. The steak and the sweet potatoes I love. And that's really the only 3 things that we get. So I'm going to get this separated, and then I am going to eat my meal. I'm probably not going to put on the suit again. I'm going to go over, and you guys will see me at Miguel's in a little bit, and we'll talk about what I have going on physically. And then I'll put on the suit after my last meal. Right. Part like 7 of this video. I've been doing this since 3 o'clock this morning.
Oh, a lot of filming today, huh?
Yes.
Today's film day.
I'm so tired.
This is what happens behind the scenes. You're just...
So tired.
You don't know what to do anymore. But I'm glad you're here at the torture room.
Thank you. And I didn't tell him what's wrong with me because I wanted his real reaction.
I'm always... Oh, this is going to be...
It's not terrible.
Are you sure?
Yeah. He likes a challenge. It's not terrible.
I love being challenged because a lot of people downplay massage therapy and what can really be done. But I like to show everybody that massage can help just about every situation you can think of.
And I got a couple.
Just about most. And when you say you have a couple, that means she's going to try to stuff me today, people.
Well, no, I'm not. All right. Well,
Yeah.
first off, if you're in the Vegas area, you need to come see him. Whether you're a competitor or 85 years old or whatever, it doesn't matter. Come see him. He's amazing. Come on in. I am going to tell you guys what he has been doing. So I have an encapsulated implant. So he's been doing gua sha on that and on the side. And I do ultrasound at my house, so we're going to be working on that.
Okay.
But I don't know if it's because of this, but I'm having, so this is the issue, I'm having something going on with my shoulder, like I actually feel it up my neck, my elbow, and this thumb.
Ooh.
Yeah, like, and it really only hurts, like when I'm doing barbell bridges, if I don't wear a wristband, I wear like a wristband, like powerlifters wear when they bench, or like CrossFitters, then it doesn't really hurt if this is like really tight.
Yeah.
And if I push on the bar, I actually can only push on this side of my hand, not on my thumb.
Oh, because you're feeling it in the thumb right here.
Yes.
Okay. And the elbow?
And here, and the elbow, and then like the medial delt. But I feel it in the medial delt when I do reverse pec deck.
Oh man, there's so many things going on with this situation. A lot of people just might think, oh, let me just relax, the shoulders, the delts, or the upper fibers of the pec, and that's it. But knowing there's sensations going on, power sensations, like when you grip and you try to press up because you're trying to stay away from the thumb here, we know that it's more neurological and muscular at the same time. So what is actually blocking the fibers from actually firing properly during a full movement, during a press and a rear delt, you said? And when you actually try to close the grip on to hold a bar, as you see the forearms tighten up.
I feel that in my elbow.
So this right here, this is a very unique area because it plays a very good role with the long head of the bicep that goes right through this medial delt, which goes right by that AC joint, which goes to that supraspinatus muscle, that top rotator cuff muscle. That plays a role of balance with the levator muscle that attaches to the superior angle of the shoulder blade that goes all the way up here to the neck.
And getting headaches.
All this right here, going all the way down, play a kinetic role of energy and stability during any movement. And then when you have certain areas like just the thumb, and that's a very distal joint from here. But when you put compression on there, everything feels fine. That's how we know muscle tissue is being locked up too much and it's pinching off nerves. So we're going to do some neuromuscular therapy. That's the go-to piece that I'm going to go to.
And then my legs feel good, even though I had a super crazy workout with Andy, and for a second my knee bothered me just during Bulgarians, but no leg. I want to work on everything up here. And my lower back feels good.
Okay. And where was the knee hurting?
Literally right here.
And what's an all Bulgarian? What's that look like?
So, don't look at my caveman feet. So I have a dumbbell up here.
Okay.
So, okay, I just felt it. There and in my hip flexor of this leg.
On this leg?
Yes,
Do you
but when I
feel-
switch legs, I don't feel it in my knee
You don't
or my
feel
hip flexor
anything.
at all.
Okay. So with that, why I asked, what does Bulgarian squat look like? I kind of know what it looks like already. I just wanted this for the camera for people that don't know. But when you see it action get played in its full entirety, you kind of know what muscles are going to be contracted and what muscles are going to be stretching for the stability of the knee and what's actually going on with the hip. And just doing that, now she revealed to me during that motion, this hip is feeling some kind of tension. So we know there's some crossbody syndrome going on. So we know we have to work on internal hip flexors. On this side, it's going to be the stretching of that rectus femoris, that center quad, and too much contraction of the hamstrings that it's pulling on it a little bit too much. So when we kind of work on the hips a little bit more and get those to fire out properly, everything, the whole thing should work really, really good.
So we're going to do that then?
Yeah, it's just, and it's not a big long process, especially if you know what you're looking for and how muscle tissue responds, and you can kind of feel if it starts to relax and get things moving, because we're looking for mobility here. She wants to be able to move, you know, very good with all her exercises, especially under load bearing weight. So,
And I will say, it only hurt when I did the 50-pound dumbbell, and then Andy's like, do you want to not go up? And I said, give me the 60, and it didn't hurt. This is the reason why I don't give in when I'm in pain.
You know-
Because I know once I go heavier, I'll be fine.
that's a tricky situation, and a lot of bodybuilders tell me this. They're like, when I'm at the lighter weight, I feel it in the joints and the attachment points, and when I go heavy, I don't feel anything. It feels good. And why does this happen? And there's really no definite answer why. At least I haven't found one. But either way, we still want to address what's going on with the attachment points so we can increase the mobility of each exercise so you can keep doing what you want to do.
Okay.
But it still needs to be addressed.
So where are we starting? Up or down?
Now we're gonna work on the scar tissue up here, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So we're gonna start here, 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 and then we're gonna go from forearm up to shoulder, neck, hips, knee, and then hamstring.
All right, I'm going to lay down.
It's more work for me.
As I lay here.
All she has to do is lay there and look beautiful.
All right.
Right. Oh man, scar tissue. We're gonna go with metal right here. Even has a hook.
Is that what you use every time?
That's what I use most of the time. If I don't want to put trauma to the muscle tissue, I will switch to stone. And if you feel it, they have two different weights here. I don't know if you want. Okay.
I believe.
She doesn't care. She
I
just
just
wants
said. I started to say I believe you.
Yeah.
Wait.
But-
So what have you been using? Have you always been using that one?
Yeah. When I wanna like release tension on muscle tissue or break up that scar tissue in the muscle, I use the metal tools.
I don't feel what he feels. I asked him in the last session if he could feel the scar tissue. I don't feel it.
That's why, you know, I'm not the fit person.
Hey,
You are.
no negative in my house. I'm in your house, but you're in my house by being in my presence. I really don't want to have another surgery.
No, you won't. So here we're just starting with some cross fiber friction. We want to get a response on that muscle tissue and see if we can just loosen that up a little bit more and get some blood flow in there so we can start manipulating the muscle tissue.
So do you always go hands first and then equipment?
Yes. Lets me understand how the tissue responds, because sometimes you can get a good tissue response with just manual therapy, and then you won't need the tools.
Have you ever worked on anybody with this specific thing? Or am I the first with this thing?
You are the very first.
All right, well, good. Now you have experience. So anybody,
And
and it has been working.
one thing I want to point out, if there are massage therapists that watch this video, is even if you get presented something new, like a whole new area to work on, new condition, don't let that challenge like really scare you. It shouldn't be scary. The one thing you should always understand is, can I understand tissue muscle tissue, fascia, scar tissue? Can I understand that and how it feels, and how can I manipulate it? If you just go in with that thought and not like, oh my God, this condition is like A, B, and C, like I don't know what to do, you're gonna fail if you're just already gonna say that. So best experience is hands-on experience.
Just to explain to you guys, it was sitting, so with my surgery, I had a lot of scar tissue on this side, this implant. Now this is the good one. I had to get them like get this one kind of fixed. And what happened was I'm by myself. You know, I just have me and my kids, and I work. And what ended up happening was I was kind of babying this one, but I had to pick up my kids from school the next day. And I know you're not supposed to use your arms, but all I'm thinking about is, all right, if I'm not in pain, I'm good. Like, I never had to use any painkillers. I didn't even use Tylenol this last surgery. So I'm like, all right, I'm fine. So I started using this arm more to protect this one, and now this is the good one, and then this one started to get a little bit harder and lifted. So then this is like the third time. This is the third time you've done this?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's already significantly softer and definitely lower. So you feel the scar tissue on the top and the side, and then is there scar tissue underneath too?
On the bottom, I don't feel scar tissue when I work down there, at least the previous sessions I have it, but we always work on that just so the muscle tissue that goes along the whole rib cage goes all the way through. I want to relax all of it. So as this depresses, it has room to move.
Oh, that's a good song too. Too bad you guys can't hear it.
What do you
It's
know about?
copyright.
What do you know about Debbie Deb?
Oh, come on.
You
We've
don't
had
know
this
nothing
conversation
You
before.
don't know nothing about Debbie
I'm
Deb.
older than you.
Oh man,
That was my jam.
this is some old school stuff right here.
So is the scar tissue on the implant or on my pec?
It's on both, so it's kind of just creeping up on it.
God, I wish I could feel it. I don't even know what the fuck I'm feeling.
You know why? Because all you have is just muscles everywhere. That's it.
All I feel is booby. I don't feel any muscles.
Now we can work right along here.
And then I felt that in my shoulder when you raised my arm.
Felt what?
I felt a little
That
pain
little
in the
pull,
medial
that
delt.
pull that's happening there?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're gonna move to the wrist going up to the shoulder when we're done with this area here.
And if you remember from previous videos, because we made a whole video, every time I come to him with a problem, I leave here feeling dramatically different. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about him without telling you too much about him. When I come in here, I feel purged of all negativity. Energy, negativity. If I come in feeling a little off, my spirit, and you guys know I'm very like high energy, but I do have my times where like I feel down or whatnot, or maybe just the weight of life, or you know, whatever, being single, and I come in here and it's like we don't have to talk. Sometimes we do talk, and the pain goes away, and then just any off feeling that I have. And I like his shirt where it says, what does it say?
Do not fear.
Do not fear, I will help you.
I will help you.
And then like he has told me like part of the reason why he does some of the breathing that he does, and I notice that, and then I start breathing differently. And then when he's like, if I'm going through something and it's painful and he says it's okay, it's like, it's very therapeutic. So like when you come in here, you're released of like physical, and I even think a little bit of like spiritual and mental, and then maybe even a little bit of emotional pain as well. And then you go home and wash it all down the drain.
And that's what I like to call manipulating energy in all its planes.
Oh God, and there have been plenty of times that I've come in here feeling so off, and I get in the car and I feel like a whole different person.
You know, and this is one thing a lot of people don't talk about in massage therapy, or just really isn't spoken about, but everyone knows that when you gain a rapport with a massage therapist, like you just start opening up. And everybody knows just within themselves, when you have like something that's heavy on you, it could be just you worked 100 hours this week, everything just seems like you don't even have time for you. The muscle tissue starts to recognize that tension, and then you start saying, I just need to de-stress, or I feel it all in my shoulders, or you know. So massage therapists can read just the tension that you're carrying as a person through the muscle tissue from everything that you just go through now.
And sometimes, and I tell clients this, like when they send me their check-ins, I'm like, sometimes it feels good, like if you went off plan and you ate something you weren't supposed to eat, like I make them do emotional exercises, because sometimes purging it out like makes you feel better. And then it's like, you know, like just like what they say, like you go to a bar and you kind of just talk to the bartender. You go to your massage therapist and you just talk. Sometimes like getting it out, it actually, with him doing a combination of what he's doing physically with his hands and equipment and everything, and then you just talking and releasing everything, like you just feel like a whole new person.
I get that same feeling every time I go to Applebee's.
I knew you were gonna say something. I knew it when you started saying. I was like, he's totally not gonna play on this. He's gonna talk about McDonald's or Applebee's. I know it.
You'll always find me at Applebee's, people. All right, it's that easy.
All right, I'm gonna shut off the camera while you work on my shoulders. Sorry, bye.
And as you see, she's walking back, murdered, tortured, sad.
Sad? I'm not sad.
Kicking rocks.
I'm not sad. You.
Oh man. Gosh.
I feel good.
She's doing a whole lot better.
Sure, I'm gonna do
but
it.
you did just get
I'm gonna do it.
you did just get murdered. Yeah, how's that feeling right there?
Well, my hip feels amazing. My knee, my quad, but my hip feels good.
My hip feels
So my knee I can feel a little bit, but not even close to what it did before, but no hip.
And one thing we introduced that we haven't done, which was the breathing exercise that we did during the treatment.
Yes.
So
Which we didn't show you, I'm sorry guys.
but we did see. I did notice while she was laying down that this rib cage was just a little bit higher like this. So
Oh. So that's why you did that?
That's why we did some manipulation on the diaphragm. Instead of working directly on the diaphragm, we did some muscle manipulation with hip flexion to diaphragm by working along the rib cage and like holding on to her knee as it was flexed. Oh man, I don't have no stability here. This is why I need to get a trainer. Holding the knee like, I can't do it. So, can I hire you for a training session?
Yes. So he did this
Yeah.
and then was like holding my rib, and then I had to do, he basically said, shut up, stop talking, and stop breathing.
We stabilized the rib cage here. We flexed this knee up. I held onto it while she breathed in and then breathed out aggressively, and I twisted the torso in. And we did like 2 rounds of that, 5 deep breaths in and out, just to manipulate the diaphragm.
So that's probably the reason why my hip don't hurt now.
So, kind of, sort of. But now my hip hurts for trying to lift my knee up. So, man, guess we're going to Applebee's. Get some Crown.
He's not going to Applebee's.
I'm not going to Applebee's.
We had some nice conversations and I didn't feel like getting up again, so that's why we didn't turn the camera back on. But if you want to feel what I just felt, then you'll come see him. Alright, the day is not done for me. I still gotta go home and eat another meal and then put on a bathing suit and then show them what I look like at 7 o'clock tonight, and then I'm done.
I was going to do that.
Put on a bathing suit and then
No, I'm just playing. No one wants to see that one.
Shut up. Alright,
I'm
say
out.
bye. Bye. I am so tired and so full. Today is my high day. As I mentioned, I think, in the beginning of the video, I'm at just about 5,000 calories. As you saw, I had an amazing session with Miguel. My hip feels great. I haven't tried to do anything with my thumb, but even just touching it before bothered me, and now it doesn't. He did a couple moves with my arm, and the first time he did it, it bothered me, and then he went through his rituals that he does, because sometimes it's like 5 times, sometimes it's 3 times, and by the last time it felt better. So I got home a little bit ago. I ended up walking in the door at like 6:50 and just ate my last meal. I'm very full. I cannot wait to take my hair down, take my makeup off, put on my pajamas and lay down and scroll on Instagram and watch dance reels, because that's what relaxes me, and then funny videos too. And then go to bed at 8:30 and wake up tomorrow at 3:05 and do it all over again. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you found some kind of fire in this. If you know of anybody that would benefit from following me or maybe even coaching with me, please send them the video or send them my website that's in the description. Again, if you want to get hooked up on anything, I'm telling you right now, like food prep is, you know me, I love doing food prep, but it's so much easier now having this. And if you're not somebody that likes to food prep or cut up food or all that stuff, I mean, it's so much easier. That's it. So, I love you guys. I thought about just not even putting on my bathing suit, but I love you. And when I say I'm going to do something, I do something. So, okay, I'm gonna do my 360. Okay. Woo. And send me some scale juju, because I'm hoping the scale goes up tomorrow. So, that's it. Love you guys.